when I tried to register to vote, the person started asking me a lot of questions about naming the signers of the Declaration of Independence and name certain presidents and various things of that nature. And this was at a time that, well, I'll go ahead and give you the details.
Please.
I had graduated summa cum laude from A&T. I had a commission in the United States Air Force. I had served as a lieutenant and captain in the United States Air Force in Japan and Korea, in charge of people. And then he starts asking me all of these questions that I knew that I didn't need to answer in order to be able to register to vote. At that time, you had to be able to read, I don't know whether read and write or read or write a section of the Constitution. And so at any rate, I told him I didn't know the answer and wasn't going to try. He said, then you don't qualify, so you didn't register. Okay? So what did I do? You know, I felt like popping him in the head. Okay? I felt like, you know, saying a lot of mean things to him and everything. But I thought to myself, you know, what good is that going to do?
Right.
Okay. So what happened is I went to the chair of the Board of Elections and told him what happened. And he apologized. He said, if you go back, you won't have that problem. When I went back, there was a woman there doing the registration. And she had me to write a section of the Constitution, which I wrote. She said, you pass. Okay? So I solved that problem for me. But fast forward many years later, when I was elected to the legislature, guess what my first bill was? Was a bill to abolish the literacy test as a requirement for voting in North Carolina. It was said to be the bill least likely to get through the legislature. So I worked with folks and we got it through the House, where I was a member. And the word was that they were going to kill it in the Senate. The Senate passed it with a better vote than the House. But this was a constitutional amendment. So what happens when the legislature passes a constitutional amendment? The people have to vote on it, right? They defeated it in the election. And the literacy test is still on the books in North Carolina today. Now it's not, you know, it's not valid in the sense that, you know, you can't do it in many parts of the state, and so they just, you don't do it anywhere in North Carolina. But sometimes the long way around is the best thing to do something, you know. Don't let your emotions cause you to mess up something.